Hello, my name is Shanzuk and I'm doing a testimony for Protandim Nerve 2 Synergy, a product I've been taking for the last 3 years. I watched a video that a friend turned me on to. It's called biohackingyourbody.com, and it explained that basically by taking one pill a day you can reduce your oxidative stress by 40%. That's reduce your free radicals in your body by 40%. Nothing on the planet that I have found can do this better or more efficiently. So the first thing I noticed day one that of taking one pill was that I had lots and lots of energy. I cleaned up my closets. That was my personal experience. The next thing I noticed was about 30 days had passed and I hadn't had a migraine, which is very significant for the quality of my life. It's really helped me with my migraines, and I'm just very thankful for that. I turned my father and my stepmother onto the products about a couple months later after I was convinced that they worked, and I'm very excited to have my father do a video testimony for me. So here is his story, and I hope that you enjoy. All right, thank you.
My name's Daryl, and my story is I was diagnosed, I'm going to say, in the about 2010, 2012 with heart murmur, or the scientific name aorta stenosis. It's hard to say, but anyway, the basic outcome is I was told by the cardiologist within 5 years you would definitely need to have open heart surgery and a heart valve replacement. Again, that was 2010, 2012. At that time, I started obviously getting constant care from the cardiologist, and they would do a 6-month electrocardiogram, in which it measure the opening of the valve, basically. So not to get too technical, but so at about the same time that Sean stated that she started her Nerve 2, me and my wife started, and so here we are, quick to 2018. I still have not had open heart surgery. My routine now is I'm an avid mountain bike rider. My last visit to my cardiologist here in Tucson, who is an awesome, I mean, just great cardiologist, great reputation. So, and also a fun person, which is neat to have somebody who you can talk to. That's the ultimate. And so we were having a fun conversation, and I was talking about the mountain biking park that I go to, and with my son and daughter now that we just went. And the end of it is a pretty well, it starts downhill, but obviously what nature gives, it takes away. And so the end is up, and by the time, you know, I told him by the time we get to the end, he says, well, how was you feeling? I said, I was feeling pretty good. He said, any dizziness? No. Any chest pains? No. I said, and then he kind of smiled at me. He said, get the hell out of here. I'll see you in 3 months. And he didn't even do an electrocardiogram. Basically, he says, you're doing well, like I say, 3 months. So May is my next appointment. But I guess to take a long story short, also what I didn't say is I've been fighting high blood pressure for really since I got out of the Navy, back a long time ago, and been on constant medications. And that's pretty much stabilized. It's still, you know, elevates a little bit, but still it's pretty much stabilized. And so I attribute a lot of that also to Nerve 2.
And getting exercise too.
Exercise.
Which I think is getting more healthier.
Yeah.
It allows you to get on your bike more.
Bikes and dog walks.
Yeah.
But then my wife too, and that's quite a story. She was diabetic. What was it? Phase 2, we call it. Anyway.
She was full-blown diabetic.
But she was full-blown diabetic, and we were diagnosed on the, you know, the finger prick and eating, you know, non-sugar foods, really watching. And she was on medication, obviously, to control it. But then, after starting taking this, her test, the 6-month test, started indicating she was actually getting less diabetic. I mean, like, she emerged from full diabetic into pre, and then this last test, I think A1C test, indicated she was not even out of the pre, and our doctor here took her off all medications. So here we are.
Miracle
is,
number 3.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not a doctor. I can't. You know, I've never actually heard of anybody coming out of diabetic, but here we are. So. And
then two things I want to bring up as far as the heart disease diagnosis. They tested him for, and they every time that they would test you, there would be a digression with,
yeah.
you know, and then
a tightening of the valve.
Yeah, and so there'd be more blood going. You know, he'd be losing more blood out of his
valve.
valve.
Well, actually less.
Okay, well,
the hole is constricting, so you get less blood through.
But the point of this is that as you've been going to these doctor visits and they've been doing the testing, he has stabilized, and that to me is just, I mean, that to me is like, yeah, awesome, for a high five.
Yay!
Woo!
The last three electrocardiograms, it's stable.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Changed. So, I mean, I'm happy as I am, and so far, doing what I want to do,
and that's this product right here.
So, my goal, I'm one of the oldest riders on that mountain bike park trail.
We just went on a 4-mile mountain bike in the desert with twists and turns, and my dad was out biking me. He was going down gullies, and I'm like, you know, I was feeling like I was like not as in shape.
Anyway, so here we are. So that's my story.
Well, then we're going to talk about Pet Tandem too.
Oh, Pet Tandem.
Kashi.
Well, Kashi was our little Cavalier Spaniel. She's no longer with us, but that's the story I want to talk about. Is has nothing to do with her passing. It has to do with when she was with us. She had a severe arthritis and neck pain. Her neck was very tender. Had to be very careful when we picked her up. So we were in Fairbanks at the time, and so the vet, took her in, and the vet immediately put her on the standard Rimadyl, which is a steroid for animal arthritis, and had her on that for about a week. And then Sean suggested, well, try the Pet Tandem, which is a Nerve 2 for pets.
Yeah, it's got Nerve 2, and then it also has glucosamine. It has a little bit of that in it as well.
So, anyway, so I put Kashi on that, cut the pills in half, and they're chewable. I mean, the animals will eat them happily. And within a week, she was doing so much better. And then I ran out of the Rimadyl prescription, and I just kept her on the Nerve 2 or the Pet Tandem, and she immediately got better. I mean, like, and so no more Rimadyl. Like I say, that's a steroid. And I just kept her on that, and now our present little poodle dog, I give that to him consistently. And so I'm a big fan of that, and of the Pet Tandem. So.
All right. Awesome. Well, anyway, so thank you. This is my first Nerve 2 testimony, and it's from my father. I feel like, you know, the reason why I chose to take the supplement was to help myself, and the next thing I do is I help my family. So it feels really good to be, you know, to be able to just bring hope into a world where, you know, pharmaceuticals, you know, is a belief system that maybe there's something better that's natural that can get our enzymes activated to work, you know, like our bodies are supposed to. So anyway, thank you for your time, and blessings.